Hello, I'm Jeff Whitener along with Ray Halbrook, and we are bringing you the Viking Insider program here for Jefferson College. Ray, before we get started, talk a little bit about what we're hoping to accomplish here with our show on JCTV.
Well, absolutely. It's something that we're just going to take a look at, just the in-depth look at players, coaches, maybe even talk about some of the folks' parents, kind of that whole in-depth Viking look at what it's like to be a Jefferson College Viking here. There's an amazing amount of great programs here, and we just want to be able to cover that and highlight for the guys.
Well, in getting that word out to the community, I think is really important that folks know that not only is this someone where their kids can come, but this is some place that the whole family can enjoy a lot of different things. Not only the athletic programs that come out and watch and support, but also some of the other great things, the great events that happen here at the college as well. And it's really a place that can be a focal point of the community for Jefferson County.
Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of untapped potential here at Jefferson College to take a look at. We've had a lot of parents from high schools come and take a look and, well, what's really going on over here at Jefferson College? Well, we're going to give you a chance to take a look at that, up close and personal. And we hope to accomplish being able to kind of get that vibe of what Jefferson College athletics is about.
And we certainly want to thank JCTV for the opportunity to bring this to you and a partnership with what we do. And it's a situation that, like Ray said, we're going to take you behind the scenes as much as possible on how these different programs work, how these different events work. And I'll talk to the people involved, whether they're administrators, coaches, players, as you mentioned, parents, everyone involved with the program. So we're delighted to be able to bring this to you, and it's an incredible opportunity, and we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
When I first walked on campus at Jefferson College, I was so excited.
I knew I wanted to be here. This is amazing. This is where I belong.
Jefferson College offers the quality, flexibility, and affordability that I'm looking for.
The beautiful campus and friendly atmosphere make me feel welcome.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong at Jefferson College. Classes start soon. Learn more at jeffco.edu.
Welcome to the Viking Insider. Ray Halbrook here. We're here today with a couple of volleyball players here from the Jefferson Vikings. Sierra Sievers, who's a sophomore from Poplar Bluff, middle hitter, and she is undecided studies, along with Julia Lemos, sophomore as well from Brazil. She's a setter and also has undecided studies. Ladies, thanks so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Hey, awesome. So the first question that we just wanted to talk to you guys about, and we'll do you guys one at a time here. We'll start with Julia. How did you hear about Jefferson College sports?
So I'm part of this agency in Brazil. Fernanda, which is the owner, she sent my videos for a couple colleges. And this friend of mine, her name is Rebecca, she played here at Jeffco like 2 years ago or 3 maybe. And I talked to her, I said, so how is Jeffco? Like, I was really interested. So it was like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sierra, what's your story like?
My high school coach, Amy Simmers, she actually played for Ida a few years back, and so that's how I knew Jefferson College. So she basically just contacted them and said, I have a middle hitter, and that's how I got here.
There you go. Hey, you're here for a reason.
Yeah.
So I'll ask both of you the same question here as well. What has the fall season been like for Viking volleyball?
Pretty good. If you look for how we started, right now it's like we're getting together finally, but we still have a lot to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're definitely on the right track now, and that's always a good thing, like entering postseason. So I think we'll do pretty good in postseason.
Yeah, we as Livestream STL, we've really picked up a couple of your games here in the last couple of weeks, and some very exciting games. Came this close to beating Mineral Area, but they pulled out, and then you were able to get 2 out of 3 wins in the the Iowa-Missouri Challenge, so I'm sure that was something you guys were able to build on. What is a typical day for for somebody at Jefferson College when you're in the sporting programs like?
Okay, we go to class at like what 9:30 every day.
We usually.
We have practice at
We come
1.
like after class. We come back, eat, and then we go to practice at 1. And on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we usually lift after practices. And then in the evenings, she works.
I work here at Jeffco.
Great.
And I usually do homework while she's gone, and then we usually just hang out at night with either different sports teams or in the rooms together.
Right. Now you two are roommates, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I got to talk. I got to talk about the roommate situation here. Here we go. Here we go. What is it like having a life with roommates? I'll let you go first, Sierra. I'll let you go first.
I love it, honestly. Like, coming in last year as a freshman, I was definitely like, it's so weird. Like, I'm not living at home. But it's definitely good to, like, go through it with somebody. Like, we've shared a bathroom for 2 years now, and so we definitely know each other. Like, I'm going to know her for the rest of my life, so it's good having that.
For me, like, I'm from Brazil, so they make, like, feel like family, like you're at home.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's great. I mean, the relationships, like you just said, are, they last forever now from here on out. What or who inspires you in life the most?
My mom, for sure.
And how does she do that?
I think since I was a kid, I saw my mom like the best person, like the smarter, the everything. Like I wanted to be like her. Yeah, awesome. She's always supporting me, even from really far.
Yeah. Yeah. Sierra?
Mine's definitely my parents, because all the time they gave up to take me places for sports or their jobs. Like, my dad's a football coach, and he puts all his effort into that, and it's really nice watching that and having that as, like, a leading role.
Football coach, I'm sure you're from Poplar Bluff, correct? I'm going to make sure I got that right.
Yes.
So Poplar Bluff football?
Yeah, he's the head coach down there, yeah.
Good guess. Good guess. Awesome. Awesome. Final question. This is the fun question. I love this. Called the Ray question. What is something that, and this might be something that both of you guys don't know about each other. What is something that somebody may not know about you that you like? Maybe a hobby, something that you just absolutely like, but you kind of don't like let everybody know about it.
You go.
I don't know.
We both like to sleep. That's our main hobby.
We both like to sleep. Something that you might not know about each other that you kind of say, well, I bet they didn't know this.
I don't know.
Well,
I umpire in the summers for little kids.
Hey, there's a good one. That's a great one. I love that. Love that. Umpired when I was a kid too as well. So
it's good money. So
there you go.
Let me think.
Something in Brazil that you did as a kid, maybe that we probably wouldn't know up here in the States. No. Okay.
Say what you were gonna say.
No big deal.
No, but you know that.
Okay,
that
but they don't.
I play the guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, and I draw. I'm actually good.
Nice. Hey, there you go. The more you know, folks, the more you know. Yeah. So there you go. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being on here, and we appreciate it. And good luck to you the rest of the way here.
Thank
you so much.
Thanks so much. That is Julia Lemons and Sierra Sievers from Jefferson Vikings Volleyball.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Whitener for the Viking Insider here on the campus of Jefferson College in Hillsboro, Missouri. And I am pleased to be joined today by Vikings head coach Ida Steiger, head coach of our volleyball team. Ida, how are you doing today?
Oh, it's Wednesday, getting ready for a big game.
Big game tonight against Missouri State. And Coach, I believe this is your 14th year now as head coach of the team. Take us through the season, how it's gone so far, and how the team is coming along at this point.
So this year, I'm a sophomore heavy. So last spring, when I was doing the schedule, really wanted to put a tough schedule because I thought sophomore should be mentally strong. Need a little work on that, but so the schedule that we put in this year, it's really good. A lot of ranked teams that we play, so the record might not look outstanding, but overall, I think that we are starting to see progression, and for my liking, we're getting where we need to be. Last weekend we had a good weekend, 3-0, beat a couple of ranked teams. I think that's hopefully it's clicking, and hopefully we'll peak and get hot at the right time.
Well, you talked about the record a little bit, and you've won 3 in a row, 12-12 on the season. You've climbed up to 500, 1-1 in conference play, and big game tonight against the Grizzlies. We'll talk about that in a second, but you've had some injuries to key players on and off. Nothing too serious so far this year, but talk about some of the individual players that maybe have stepped up and filled some roles for you, maybe some unsung heroes on the team.
Yeah, we had the little nagging injuries that, a day off was necessary to keep them healthy for the rest of the season. And I think the couple players that kind of, at the beginning of the season, Morgan struggled a little bit. Mackenzie stepped up and played, kind of filled that role until Morgan got the rhythm back, and then just the other day, Kindy and Emmy took a little break, a game off, just a couple days off, and, Nachi came in and she picked up libero position really well and played this past weekend, and she's on fire and keeping that. She kind of gave her a shot at this libero position, and she is holding tight, so it's good to see. Overall, I think that, the people that I expected to, lead the team in stats and practices and leadership overall, like Lonnie, Kindia, Maureen, Morgan and stuff, for the Julia, all the sophomores last year that we were so successful, I think they, doing their part, and we have a few more weeks till the regionals, and hopefully they, continue doing it and continue working, and hopefully we can repeat and do better this year at nationals.
Well, yeah, coming off of the season last year, a very similar season where you started off a little slow and then peaked in the end through, and made it to nationals last year. So a big core of that team is back. So things are definitely looking up in a positive, trending positive for the team right now. Looking back on your career, your 14th year now as head coach, have you had to change and adapt your style of coaching as the game or the players have kind of evolved over the years?
Of course, we JUCO, so we get half the team new every year, so it's a challenge, but, and I think generation changes, but I also think that maybe, becoming a mom of 3, make me a little bit softer too, see the, and of course the age, I started when I was 22, 23, young, and I think the age and understanding and patience that I gained in the last 14 years, I think that's what really changes, for me as the coaching style. Coaching style, look, we all try, good coaches, we're all going to try to get better as coaches, try to learn new techniques if something out there, watch conventions, discussions with other coaches, and so we all try to improve, right? Not just players, but us too. But I think age, experience, all that, I think comes more in play than I would have ever guessed.
Well, along that theme, 14 years, and like you said, you have a full family at home. You try to balance things out. It never seems to be enough time in the day this time of year for you, I'm sure. What keeps you coming back every year? What is really that desire? What is it about that keeps you coming back and wanting to coach these players?
I think unknown every year. Like I said, half a team known, like new, and you just unknown. Like you don't know what you get, those talents that need, you're hoping to find that diamond in the rough, right? And I think that's why I never really had a desire to go to four-year school. I always wanted to get those diamond in the rough and see them grow. I guess it's like a golf game. I suck at golf, but like that, you hit that one good shot and it keeps bringing you back next time you can play. It's kind of the same thing. You have those years, some of them rough years, and some of them like last year, outstanding years. And that just kind of keeps you rolling and wanting more. Like I want more this year, I want more. And not only go to the nationals, before was to go to nationals. Now I want more than just going to nationals. And I hope the players do too, so.
Well, speaking of more, we've got more games, including tonight's game against MS West Plains. Now they come in, they're 17-7 overall, 3-0 in conference play, and they've won their last 11 in a row. And they've got some players that are ranked very highly statistically and everything. But your team has proven that you can play with those ranked teams. Any overall strategy you can share with us? They won't see this, by the way. So, of what you're going to try to do to the Grizzlies tonight?
We've seen them, even we didn't play that many times, one time against each other. We see them everywhere. We're like, playing in almost the same tournaments. No, they have two outstanding players, two really high caliber players, the outside and middle, both sophomores. That's the key to stop them, I think. Look, they're really disciplined. They always have been disciplined on whatever they do, defense, blocking. It's going to be a tough matchup, but like you said, 11 in a row. I think it's time to drop them down one in the losing column. That's what I'm feeling. No, but I think I always say we got to worry about our side before we can worry about the other side. So I think if we do our part, we'll be just fine.
Very good. Well, we're looking forward to a very exciting match tonight. And Coach Steiger, we want to thank you very much for taking the time to come in and speak with us today on the Viking Insider. And when we come back, we're going to have a couple of players come in, and we'll talk to them a little bit about the team and how it's going this year.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm pursuing my associate's degree in the physical therapist assistant program at Jefferson College. I want to be that person that can change an athlete or a young person's life. And teachers are always there to help you and do anything they can to put you in the position to be a better student and better person.
Hi, I'm Bryce, and I am pursuing my associate degree in music at Jefferson College. What I like most about the program is how everybody helps each other. The music department is like a family to me and to everybody here.
Jefferson College, you belong here.
And we're back here on the Viking Insider with two standout players on the Jefferson College Vikings volleyball team. We have Natani Felix from Brazil and Kindia Smith from St. Louis, both sophomores on the team this year. Ladies, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We appreciate you coming in and talking to us a little bit. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about your background, how you got involved in volleyball, and how you came to the college here. We'll start with Natani.
So everything started when I was playing club in Brazil. So I started maybe when I was 12. And then I had the opportunity to come to Jefferson College with an agent, and I talked to Ida, and I got here last year. So it's been really great being Jeffco.
And Kindia?
I started club volleyball when I was 12, and then I was playing in high school and in club. And Carl Ritter, the recruiting coordinator, actually saw me at one of my tournaments, so he recruited me. And that's how I got to Jeffco.
And we're a sophomore-heavy team this year. Both of you got to enjoy the success we had last year of going to the national tournament. And we'll start with Natani. Take us through your thoughts on how the season's gone so far, and how we're looking now getting ready to go into the regional playoffs here in a few weeks.
I think we are building like through the season, because at first it was kind of hard for us because we knew that had like all sophomores, so was nothing different for us. So we just took a little time to understand how we should play and our responsibilities through the season. And now I believe that we are going to the right direction, trying to put our game and understand like how everybody needs to help each other inside of the court.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic when you've got just a few new players coming in and trying to work into the mix and get everybody to play together as a team. Kenya, big opponent tonight in MS West Plains. They've been ranked, they're 17-7 on the season. Anything special that Coach Steiger has told you guys as far as what the strategy is tonight against them, what we need to do as a team?
I think what we've been working on, like in practice and everything, we're really working on implementing that into our games. Like every game, we don't have one goal. We kind of put all the little goals that we've been working on through the season to use them in the game and beat these teams that we know we can beat. So.
Well, it should be a good one tonight. Looking forward to it. Action starting at 6:30, pardon me, at the Field House tonight. What is your typical day? You know, we talk about the kind of the crazy schedule that student athletes have to carry sometime. And Natani, what is a typical day like for you as far as your studies and practice or games and things like that? Really like what time do you start in Nori?
So I don't have actually early classes. I'm glad about that. Like most of the times I start at 11. I have my class, but I wake up like maybe 10 to have breakfast and everything. And right after I get out from class, we need to go to the field house because we already have practice at 1 every day. So we leave practice, we go to lift in the fitness center, and right after that most of like the international people and Keen also works here at Jeffco. Yeah. So like we need to find time to study, to work, to practice, to have our little time like to hang out with everybody. So it's really tough.
Yeah.
Everything that we need to do.
You have sort of the same type of very busy really schedule, Kenya?
Yeah. I pretty much do the same thing as her. Just in the gaps between class and practice, I work on my homework. Then the gaps between practice and work, I eat and cook and clean and everything that I need to do before work. And we get off at 11, so
yes,
we go straight to bed after that.
Yeah, it's a life full of commitments and discipline, that's for sure. That's regardless of what you do in life and go on as far as career-wise, and I'll ask you about that in a second. It's something that you can take with you and use the rest of your life for sure. But Kenya, you have the benefit of being a sort of a hometown local girl here in the area. But Natani, coming from Brazil, we've got yourself. We have Julia Lemos on the team also. You've been here, this is your second year now, but was it a bit of a culture shock coming to the United States, coming to a smaller area in the middle of the country at first?
Yes, it was really different because at first I was still learning English, so it was really hard like to talk with the girls or like have a really like deep conversation with someone, like to know each other better. So at first it was kind of hard, but like they were helping us all the time, and the culture shock was something else because it's everything different. Brazil, the people, the way that you talk with everybody, or the way that your friendships over there, like the food, everything here was so different. But
well, what do you like most about being in the States, and what do you miss the most about not being home?
I like to be here, like because of my independence from everything. Like I can work here, the opportunity that I have, like to play volleyball and being in college, that I could never do that in Brazil. And what I miss most, my family for sure, and my friends, because every day we need their support, and they're too far from us. So And the food, of course, because Brazilian food. Just.
And of course, Kindia, obviously you've been instrumental in trying to help some of the international players kind of get used to what life is like here and stuff like that. And I don't know what part of St. Louis area you were from, but you know, you're coming out here to a more rural area, maybe a little bit of a culture shock for you too, as well. What do you like most about here at the college, and what is your future area of study? What would you like to do?
What I like most about the college, I like the fact that we're so far from the city, or not so far, but it's further than I live from the city. So the fact that we're so far from the city makes us way closer. Like, everyone on campus is so close. Like, you just rely on all your friends and everything, and it's a really nice community to have. That's what I like the most. And then, what was the other question?
What are you planning on studying? What career-wise?
I'm right now on my 3rd year, so I'm starting an accounting major.
Oh, okay.
So
you can handle the books.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's see.
You touched on that a little bit. It's nice to see. One of the great things about Jefferson College is the fact that with most of the athletes living on campus, it's not just your volleyball family that you're close with. You get to be close with all the other athletes that live on campus and other sports as well, and I think that's great. I want to follow up too. And Natani, what are your career aspirations? What would you like to do?
That's actually really hard. Because for now, like, I'm gonna graduate in December here, so I still undecided what I'm doing. So the main goal is transfer to university and still play volleyball. So I don't know, maybe in the future I'm gonna decide what area I'm gonna get into, but yeah.
Do either one of you see possibly coaching and staying around the game later in life as a possibility?
I see myself doing that in the future. I actually see, because volleyball has been my life for too long, and I cannot see like my future without like being in the area or talking about volleyball or doing something with that.
And maybe with Kindia and her accounting degree, maybe she'll own a team somewhere. Maybe you'll own your own team.
Yeah. I don't see myself as a coach, but I can see myself around volleyball. Like, in the summers, for example, I go back to my club and I'm always there, and I don't know, I think I'll always be around volleyball for as long as I can, at least.
Well, I can definitely see that in the future for both of you. Now we're going to get to the hard-hitting questions now. Now, who are your roommates here at the college?
My roommates are Paige, Lani, and Matilda.
Okay, so that's a pretty interesting international mix there.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Out of those people, does anyone like to cook in that room?
Me and Matilda, we are actually the only ones like who actually cook, because the Americans both.
So Matilda Woźny from Poland and yourself from Brazil, is there a cultural exchange of different foods?
Yes,
different
for
styles?
sure, for sure. Matilda also like all the time is cooking a lot of spicy things. I hate spicy food, and all over the house, like all the time, the smell, the spicy things. I'm like, Matilda, what are you cooking?
So you two are you're the cooks in the room.
Yes,
Everybody
we
else
are.
enjoys your food.
Very
good.
Like,
Now, who do you room with, Kindia?
I'm with Julia, Sierra, and Amari.
Okay, so in your room, who do you consider like being the clean person, the neat freak in the room?
Probably me.
Probably you. Okay.
And a little bit of Amari too, because we can stand when there's dishes or.
Well, without making a big trouble here in the room, who is the least worried about organization and cleanliness? We want to say on camera.
I don't know. We all have our days, you know. I'll say that. We all have our days.
That was a very, very good answer. Very middle of the road there. Well, ladies, I appreciate you coming in. It's been a pleasure talking to you as always, and we'll see you here in a little while. A big game tonight.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.